This is my 2014 1LE Camaro. I absolutely love every part of this car. It sounds awesome. This thing has a ton of power. And the visibility isn't that bad. Well, it's not that great, but hey, if something's already bad, can't make it worse, right? Despite all of these great things, time catches up with it. Being over 10 years old, the car doesn't have Android Auto. So we got some options. We can go full aftermarket, pull the old radio out and replace it with something modern. There's this tablet looking one, which I think it looks a bit goofy. And then there's this one. And from some of the reviews I've seen, there is still a bit of quirks and kinks to work out. And then there's this. This is the Lamtto upgraded 10.25-inch wireless CarPlay screen with Netflix, YouTube apps, and backup camera built-in entertainment video box navigation voice assistant for iOS 10 Plus, Android 11 Plus. It's probably pronounced Lamtto or Lamtto? Not entirely sure, but all in all, it's basically a portable Android Auto CarPlay video player. Let's do a quick little unboxing. So CarPlay video player. They don't have the brand on here, at least from now what I can tell. That is your model number. And on the back it covers a few things. Voice assistant, touch screen, four-way sounds, pre-installed YouTube, blah 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 blah. So this is actually some surprisingly decent packaging. It's like I assume it's a little frame that holds the screen in place. Oh, wow, that's it actually. So we'll tackle that in a second. Let's just go over what else is in the box. So we actually get a manual, which is pretty neat. And it's in color! There's pictures and it's in color. That's pretty neat. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna do this, so if you want to take a quick little look-see, pause the video if you'd like to read that. There's your suction mount arm to go on your window if you'd like. I assume this is a plate with a 3M backing that you can stick on your dash, and this can then stick onto that. This, I believe, is the backup camera. So in case you don't have a backup camera in your car, long story short, you plug this in to the back of the monitor, and this red, I believe, is tapped into the reverse light of your car, like right before the bulb. So it sends the signal to the monitor to interrupt whatever feeds on here and actually energize the backup camera. Comes with an assortment of adhesives. This is, I suppose, for the backup camera, your 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter cable, which thankfully there is a USB on there, but I don't think it's going to be any fast charging. It is a Type-C connection, so I believe this is going to be Type-C. And I suppose this is a backup 3M tape for the monitor. So let's get right into it. Most important, we strongly recommend watching the videos. Yeah, so this is actually the whole thing. It's actually pretty thin. So getting some actual dimensions of the screen, it is about 10.5 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and it's about 1 inch thick, at least on the thickest side. And one thing that I noticed, that this base plate is actually flexible, which is pretty neat. And I believe that's just to help to conform to whatever dash you're actually going to be putting this thing onto. I believe this is just thumb screwed. There is a ball back here that you can adjust. And I almost think, well, nope, I don't think. If we take this out real quick. Yeah, there's not any up and down adjustment to this, so it's going to be pretty flush on your dash. There is this swappable backing plate that I assume replaces this guy, and then you can actually have a bit more adjustments on your windshield or even on your dashboard actually. So far I'm really liking this kit, but as it says here, please peel off the 3M adhesive from the back and stick it. Wait 24 hours before using it. So before using it, I'm assuming taking the full load of this guy. So unscrewing this knob, pull the entire screen off. Obviously there's no weight on this. I will probably say have this on here just for initial placement, so let's go get this installed on the car. And as with everything, preparation is key. I usually like to use 70% isopropyl alcohol when I'm cleaning a surface prepping for gluing. Using a fresh microfiber cloth, clean your surface. Now you don't have to use rubbing alcohol, you can use a combination of soap and water. I'm using rubbing alcohol to get the best adhesions possible. Again, forewarning, this could damage your dash or your fabric or plastic depending on what it actually is. This is my car, so I can do what I want. I'm not advocating you do or don't, I'm saying it is an option. Just know that any sort of oil or grease is going to interfere with the adhesion of the double-sided tape. My dash section here, it's angled, so I'm going to have as much surface area as I possibly can with this slat area and then match the rest of it perfectly. I probably should have mentioned this, but you'd probably want to do this in a garage or covered area because obviously heat will affect the adhesion. There's a 24-hour wait period and I don't think I want to mess with that. I know they say don't use this quite yet, but I do want to see what it looks like. Not too bad, not too bad. I do like that a lot. And in all honesty, I'm not losing a ton of visibility here. But let's promptly get this off before I get myself in trouble. So we let this sit overnight for the recommended 24 hours, and I'll check back on this tomorrow. So it's been about 12 hours, about halfway through the curing process on the 3M tape. And if you're like me, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, the sun's going to be beating on this head unit, and that's probably not a good thing. So I have a bit of an idea. On the dash, there's this little indent right here, and this awfully looks like you could have put sort of like a cover over something here. I'm pretty sure it was just an aesthetic design feature, but it's perfectly placed right in front of this thing. So I'm actually thinking about making some kind of shroud that comes over the screen. Now ideally, I don't think I'm going to be moving the screen left and right too much, so if it's nice and straight, the passenger will be able to see it, and I should be paying attention to the road, so it'll stay right in the center. If you're like me, you got that kind of brain that goes, but if it ain't broke, break it, see how it ticks. And unfortunately, that means I'm old enough to have disposable income and no parental supervision. So we're going to be 3D scanning and 3D printing a shroud that goes over top of this thing. And it looks like we have success. This angle actually fits really well once it's actually all the way applied. And obviously there's a bit of bowing in it because it's so thin and I just pulled it off the heat bed, but this fits really well. So this is the second attempt at the second version, and clearly there's some stuff going on, and printing with ASA can be pretty annoying, so I'm gonna get this off and see how good, or ooh, that actually looks pretty decent. Wow, that's kind of annoying because this was 7 hours to print, by the way. And there's definitely some warping done at the very top here. Oh, that didn't sound good. That doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks like a little computer monitor, but at least it's definitely less bulkier than the first version. So it's been 3 days, and honestly, what took so long was actually printing and failed prints. This is the final design that I came up with, and this was sort of like the prototype. I did print this in 2 pieces, and it actually splits at the bottom, and the main reason was just to save time on the printer so I don't have to print a ton of supports. This one kind of looked like shit, but it was sort of like a proof of concept. So the first iteration of this thing actually looked like one of those, well, this is a very rudimentary part, and I had a little access hole at the back side to see if I can adjust that knob. I just think it looked like shit, in all honesty. In my head, it was definitely a lot better. I kind of wanted to go down a bit to that little recess that's on the dash, but it didn't work out that well. I do like how this one came out, however. It has a much more gaming monitor feel to it, and it's definitely a bit more sleek. And installation is pretty simple. I have these 2 flat surfaces right here that I'm just going to use a bit of 3M double-sided tape, and I just stick that right onto the dashboard, and away we go. So I just did a quick test fit, and we're almost there, just so close. I'm gonna have to actually extend, well, basically reduce the distance between the curve to the edge, basically lengthening this tab, and I'm going to be widening this embossed section out to give a little bit of clearance for the actual Type-C cable. So one more day of printing. Oh, also, I'm going to recess this little tab that I have here, but the thickness of the double-sided tape into the part so it's nice and flush once it's actually in, all said and done. So let's get to printing. And then one final test fit before we secure this to the dash. Wait, is this the right one? No, it's not. Oh my god. We almost put the wrong one on the car. So again, one more test fit. And this should fit really nice. Just, oh yeah. That's what we want. That's definitely what we want. Fits really well. It's not poking back or anything. This is actually where it needs to be. I am very happy. So I can almost empathize with the artists here. I'm not an artist myself, but I've been doing this particular video for so long. I know it doesn't seem that way because of editing, but I've been doing this for so long that I got to the point where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna scrap the idea and it's stupid. But I do like the fact that I'll be protecting this thing from the sun, so as stupid as it sounds, I'm still gonna go through with it. Whether or not you guys approve of it or not. With this all clean, we can go ahead and remove the backing tape from here. And we could gently pop this over top and get it to sit exactly where. There it is. There it is. After like a good week's worth of dicking about, it is finally in the car and on the screen. Some of you may be saying, oh Dax, why don't you like paint and all that stuff? I'm probably going to, but I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that it's 3D printed for now and look at it and go, yeah, that's something that I did. So let's go ahead and get the screen off and start messing with this. So we got the screen, the shroud, and the cable. Time to do the screen peel here. Now, I know you can see like a reflection here, but let me know if I won. So let's go ahead and do the setup. Language successful. It looks so good. Oh my god. It looks so good. Like, I don't think you can tell the clarity of the screen, but it looks awesome. From my understanding, it's going to be my phone pairs to this pairs to the car. But, oh dude, it feels so good. Do you see how like responsive that is? Oh no. Is that the boss man? Is that the boss man? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. He's a good boy. What you talking about, baby? You can't have the rubbing alcohol bottle. Get out of here. So let's try this, right? Let's go settings. Receive phone Bluetooth. It popped up here. I'm going to connect to this. I'm going to pair to it. So now that's paired there, which is great. And then I'm going to go back, go to transmit to car Bluetooth. And then, oh man, oh, Chevy Camaro, there we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I have a code on here. That is the code. We're connected, which is sweet. Go home, go to Android Auto. And then I'm going to, I'm hooking up to Android Auto on my phone. And there we go. I should probably block that off. Yeah, I'm going to be opening up Bimmer Link. Oh, this is nice. See if we pop open this stuff, and then so you can go back and go to my likes. I'm just gonna throw on. Now the only issue that I'm seeing here is that I'm not actually getting audio. Now the volume control on my phone doesn't affect that. Apparently I had to hit the volume up here to actually adjust volume. Now sounds great. Like I'm super. This is awesome. I'm gonna pause the music so we don't get copyrighted. And actually, you know what I could do? You know what I could do, guys? I can play my own goddamn music in here. Do you like it? Is it good? Does it get the Bo approval? Yes? No? Well, I think he likes it for now. So. And by the way, the audio sounds clear. It sounds great. I wonder if I can just hit the. Yeah, so I can just hit the actual music button here. Dude, this thing is awesome. Oh man, and it's funny because like all I honestly wanted was the Android Auto aspect of it, and the fact that I can still use this, pop it into reverse, and the fact that this still works here is quite nice. Like, I have nothing else to say about this. It works, it is on, and it is superb. I'm very, very happy. Just from my perspective, this is not intrusive at all. At least I'm so used to the Camaro that this is not a problem, and I mean the Supra is terrible. So this is my POV, right? This is me sitting here staring at the road. Get out of the way. But if you were to look over here, and if I were to just if you just were to squint while I'm zooming in, you'd see what I mean by like, yeah, hood, no hood, hood, no hood, hood, no hood. So you can say, oh no, this is blocking my view. It really isn't, in all things considered. I mean, like, I'm missing this much of the view, but I would usually have my phone mounted like right here, and then I'll turn it sideways, so it was in the same spot. And I mean, like, comparatively, yeah, it's significantly bigger, but this is just awesome. Like, yeah. There it is, how to add Android Auto or Apple CarPlay to your car for less than $150. In all honesty, I had a little bit of doubts on how well it was going to work. I thought there was going to be a huge delay, but I'm super happy with how this thing turned out. And again, for sub 150, granted I got it on sale for 140 and it's usually like 180, but still, hey, not too bad in pricing. Far beats an aftermarket head unit. And it's projects like these that reminds me of the days playing Need for Speed Underground 2 as a kid. It's not about chasing horsepower figures or having the largest dynagraph and saying, ooh, I can always beat you and your car's crap. It's about having a fun time, and to me, this is what the car community is all about. And I get to learn something along the way, whether it's welding, 3D modeling, 3D printing stuff. And at the end of the day, being able to sit back, stand back and watch something you've made is to me, it's the best part about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.